For years, I tried to use modest changes in pension and health insurance contributions as a means of balancing our budget without massive layoffs or furloughs. On nearly every occasion, the local unions, empowered by collective bargaining agreements, told me to go ahead and lay off workers. That's just not acceptable.
He says it's not acceptable. That's Wisconsin's governor, and he is not backing down from a fight. Republican Scott Walker delivered a live fireside chat with the residents last night as the standoff over the budget bill now heads into its second week. With these protests that we've been watching, Wisconsin's Assembly Speaker hopes for a vote perhaps by the end of today. We're going to find out if that may happen. First, we're joined by Rebecca Kleefisch. She is the Lieutenant Governor of Wisconsin. Lieutenant Governor, welcome. Good to have you here today.
Good morning.
Good morning. Any sign that these folks are coming back and that you will get a vote by the end of today?
Well, I know there has been some contact, but I don't imagine a vote in the Senate today. But I'll tell you this, democracy has not screeched to a halt in the state of Wisconsin. The only thing that has screeched to a halt is Senate Democrats' participation in it. We urge them to come back to work, do their jobs, and represent their constituents, because right now there are bills being passed without Senate Democrats, and they need to come back. They need to vote because the Assembly is prepared to do it.
All right. So, what about the Senate side? How is this process going to go forward? Let's assume for a moment that they don't come back, for several days. And I know you've got a looming budget deadline on Friday. Tell us what's going to happen, how it'll play out.
Well, on Friday, our bonding authority is going to expire for $165 million. That's a scary thing when you think of how families do it every day. A family might want to refinance their mortgage. That's kind of what we're doing with our debt. Well, that authority ends, and so if we don't get this done by Saturday, we're running into some hard deadlines. That means by Monday, we might begin to send out at-risk notices saying that there are going to be some serious layoffs in the future. Our governor, Scott Walker, has warned time and time again that if we do not fix this $137 million shortfall, that we are going to be facing massive layoffs. In addition to that, a potential 200,000 children and infirm kicked off of some Medicare-related programs because our Medicaid dollars, they run out. They run out on April 1st. This is a serious problem.
What I want to ask you is this. The union is saying, look, we've given in. We've already signaled that we're willing to give in on a couple of fronts. These are the Democrats in the legislature. They're willing to pay more for their health care and pay into their pension, which has been requested by your side. They are not willing to give in and give up their rights to the future of collective bargaining. Where do you stand on that? Is there any negotiating on that point for you?
These are facts and these are figures. There's no negotiation on a budget that's based on facts. We're facing a $3.6 billion budget deficit in our next biennium.
Yeah, but let me interrupt you because we're running out of time, and I want to get to the point of this. The money side of this would come from them paying into the pension and paying into their health care benefits. They say they are willing to do that, so that gives you the money that you're asking for. In terms of collective bargaining, they're saying we will not give up that right, though. Are you willing to negotiate on that specific point with them at all?
The collective bargaining is also a fiscal piece of this. It is through collective bargaining that teachers right now are forced onto the teachers union health insurance program. If they just switch to the state program, that would save $68 million. That is a fiscal number. It is a fact. It would go straight back into the classrooms.
I hear you, and I thank you very much for being with us. We're up against a hard break. A lot to talk about here. Thank you so much for your time. Lieutenant Governor Kleefisch.
Watch that.